we actually went, and I'm sure after we just played Miracles in a league where we played 0 Force of Will decks in 3 matches, we're just gonna play like Delver 5 times this league, but hopefully we get the same 3 matchups we just got with Miracles, and then this deck will be very good. The Little Kid Abzan deck, when we played it very recently, felt really terrible. I don't understand why you would want to play the Little Kid Abzan deck when you could play something like the Angel Cord deck we played yesterday. There aren't friendly leagues for Legacy on Magic Online because Wizards of the Coast makes Legacy prohibitively expensive on Magic Online, so it's not particularly popular. Wizards of the Coast doesn't really like people playing non-standard formats, so they tend to make sure there aren't enough copies of cards in circulation to keep the formats reasonably priced. True Name Nemesis is something obnoxious like $85 right now. We are just starting the Spanish Inquisition. Alright, so the most important question when you're playing this deck is, what does our hand do, how much mana does it make, etc. Double Infernal Tutor's pretty bad, but so these cards can make mana, and I could put Belcher into play. The problem is I die to the Summoner's Pact next turn, so I'm gonna go ahead and mulligan this. What does this hand do? This hand just needs a starting black source to kind of go nuts, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna keep this with a Scry on the draw here. True Name Nemesis is $30. All right. Believe it or not, unlike a lot of Magic players, I don't talk out of my ass. True Name Nemesis. Where are we at? Buy, sell, $74, $81. So if you have $30 True Name Nemesises, you should probably buy all of them because GoatBots will buy them for you for $70 a piece. So if you have someone that has a line on $30 True Names, you should buy all of them because the bot chain will buy them for over double that amount from you. And as predicted, after 0 Force of Will decks in the last league, we're 1-for-1 on Force decks this league. No, I was talking about the format where they're actually allowed to reprint all the Legacy staples. It's so sad. We start playing a meme and immediately get queued into Delver. Do we even play, or do we just like pack it in and go to the next one? I guess we'll give it a chance here, because like this hand's really good if we get a black source and they don't have a force. So looking for a Bayou, a Wild Cantor, a Summoner's Pact, a Lay the Land, whatever it's called. All right, Summoner's Pact. They don't have Force or Daze here. We can kill them. They don't have Force or Daze here. We get to start spinning the wheel, chat. Legacy staple, Skyshroud Cutter. They could... Daze beats us here, too. We do also lose to Daze. We are in fact dead to Daze, chat. So we gotta call the weak here. Collect them for our mana. Gotta call the weak here. Collect them for our mana. Cruel bargain. Lose half our life, draw 4 cards, round it up. Alright, we're cooking with gas, chat. We're cooking with gas. Alright, they have 5 cards in their hand. Alright, how are we winning the game? How are we winning the game? We've got Storm is 6. We need a lot of Storm to kill them, unfortunately. We can go Belcher LED. The problem is that there's a Bayou in our deck right now. Well, they're at 24, so I can Infernal Tutor as Storm 7, then this is Storm 8, Storm 9, Storm 10, so that's still short. I could Cabal Ritual. Oh, we can just, no. Non-deterministic Belcher. We can do this. This gets us to 7, right? And then, yeah, so we can go Belcher into LED and then Tutor, crack LED in response. And this lets us go get the Bayou out of our deck, which gives us a deterministic Belcher kill. Looks like Team Rocket's blasting off again! Get him. Get him. The Infernal Tutor for the Bayou. Just, you know, typical Legacy plays, Infernal Tutor for Bayou. Just dust the shoulder off there. Just dust the shoulder off there. Alright, so Delver, huh? I think we board into the sideboard plan against Delver, which involves a lot of crossing the fingers. So the Belchers come out. This comes out. The Summoner's Packs come out. So we board in Empty and Tomb of the Urami to kind of get them. Make a legacy staple Tomb of the Urami here. So you can just run them down. You know, just classic legacy things. All right, let's do it. Is this better or worse than Red-Green Belcher? Well, it's certainly more fun. It's certainly more fun. We've got, oh yeah, Skullwinder's supposed to come out. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Skullwinder should not be in my deck. Simian doesn't do anything, right? Sure. That is Legacy staple Autumn's Veil. Joke's on you, opponent. My hand's real bad. I wouldn't be surprised to see us lose the Duress here, honestly. We could technically cast Empty the Warrens. We could technically cast Empty the Warrens here. Your move. So, I think for game 3, we'll probably go back to the game 1 configuration for the most part. Yeah, opponent looks to be playing 4-color control. So, I can't win this game, but I don't want to just concede until my opponent sees Empty the Warrens, because I plan to board Empty out, and I want them to have Empty on their mind while they're sideboarding if I'm boarding it out. Also, we're not 100% what they're playing, not that that really dictates how we sideboard. Oh, I'm supposed to board some culls out too. I should pull my old... Need to pull my sideboarding guide up. Hey, Slippery L Hugs. Thank you for the 2-month resubscription. I do appreciate that. Yep, I'm gonna let them take this, then I'm gonna concede here. So here, this is an article I wrote on Gathering Magic last year when I was playing this deck a bunch, talking about how it combos and some sample hands and stuff. And yeah, I definitely messed up how I was supposed to sideboard. I'm gonna go ahead and concede now that they looked at our hand. And I'm gonna kind of board back into our game 1 configuration here, effectively. I might mix and match a little bit. I might leave a couple Duresses in. Slithermuse is pretty bad post board because people mulligan more against you. So I think, what do I have? I want these for sure. I think I'm gonna leave Slithermuse and Petition in the board and leave 2 Duresses in. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna give you a 10-minute timeout so you can go read Empty the Warrens as well as Spirit Guides and figure out why what you just said wasn't correct. No, Skullwinder's fine if I'm on my game 1 plan. Skullwinder's a card that gets you out of tight positions. Yeah, I did board Land Grant back in. This hand doesn't have a win condition in it yet, but it's got both our Duresses. Wait. How much mana does this hand make? Makes 3, 4... I'll just start with the Duress here and see what they got. Take your Force of Feel, opponent. Cast Legacy Staple Skyshroud Cutter to get the beats down. Get our beat down on. Preordain is interesting. That's not a card you generally see out of fair decks like what the opponent's playing. Came for the People's Cannons, going on Dunlap. Well, this is eventually a win con. Like, if we hit like a Culling the Weak here, or another good source of mana, we're in a good spot to kind of go off. That's a cruel bargain. All right. They started playing Preordain over Ponder. That's weird. That's a pretty good hit. Do I start trying to go for it here? I might start trying to go for it here, right? What's going on, Rollins? I believe they're just playing 4-color control. They have double Brainstorm in their hand. Yeah, I'm going to start by attacking for 2 because it's a free roll, right? We could just win the game here. I'm not playing this deck to not go for it, chat. Come on now. We're not playing this deck to not shove it in. So, if I cast Infernal Tutor, I get a copy of Cabal Ritual, and then that gives my Cabal Ritual's threshold. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and I'll cast this, and I'll grab a Cabal Ritual here. Is it worth duressing them here is the question. I think they're just going to try and brainstorm for a force. So I don't think it's worth duressing them necessarily. This deck's a lot of fun. This is like the big scary legacy. Oh no, chat! Chat, we bricked and died! Oh no! Oh no! This is the problem, chat. No! Pay F to pay respects, right? I think I'm just passing here, right? I'm pretty sure we just passed, right? We're not actually dead. The problem is we just like we'll have a hard time generating enough storm count to win from here. Well, cracking the LED to get to the threshold discards the rest of our hand. So cracking the LED was bad. I could have Duress to get to threshold 2. They're correct. That was definitely an option. No, I have impacted, so we get another turn here. We definitely have draws next turn to still win the game. No, I'm not Duressing because I know my opponent has 2 brainstorms in their hand, so I want to give them a chance to cast their cantrips here, so that way I can Duress them once they've seen more cards. Yeah, it's probably better to hold the Lotus Petal so that way I can generate more storm count with it. Probably better to hold the LED too, honestly. Although they're also a discard deck, so maybe that's not strictly true. I don't actually remember the situation, how much mana I had, Gundog. Maybe you're correct. There's a very, very real possibility that what you're suggesting is true. Punished! Yep, super punished for my sequencing. God, what's with all the justice today? Man, we'd have gotten them too. All right. Don't stop, Jeff, I believe. We could have a chance. We're not just dead. We're not just dead. We could have Duressed and then tutor. I don't think we had enough mana for that. I had 4 mana floating, so I could have Duressed and then Cabal Ritualed up to +3. No, yeah, you're right. I definitely could have. That wasn't a deterministic kill, though. See, that's what chat keeps thinking it's a deterministic kill when we have 1 land in play. We have 2 lands in our Belcher deck, chat. Because why wouldn't we have 2 lands in our Belcher deck? Everybody's used to those good Belcher decks with the deterministic kills. What y'all are talking about wasn't deterministic. All right. I mean, so you're saying there's a chance. They drew Flusterstorm off the Preordain. It feels like they drew a Flusterstorm. I guess they could have drawn a Force as well, right? They've leveled here. Can you just, like, play your interaction so I can concede opponent? I'd really appreciate it. Look at that. They figured out how to cast Force as well. Small golf clap. So we would have drawn these, and then we would have gone Ritual, which would have put us to 3, 5, 6. And then I could have done a non-deterministic Belcher kill, which would have done... So we could have potentially had a non-deterministic Belcher kill there. We didn't get it for, well, we needed the mana from the Summoner's Pact to get Elvish Spirit Guide to fire the Charbelcher. So you can't actually pack for Dryad Arbor and kill them that turn. That's one of my favorite things about playing this deck, is listening people miscount. So we only had 6 mana without the Summoner's Pact, and play Belcher, activate Belcher is 7. So we would have had to pack for Elvish Spirit Guide to activate the Belcher. What does this hand do? Yeah, but that gives them, they had an Ancient Grudge in their discard pile, Mage. That's also not an option. So this hand can't actually get started, right? We have Chrome Mox as our only starter, but if we put Past in Flames under it, that's Wild Cantor. Although I guess we can go Wild Cantor, Cabal Ritual. This is a mulligan. This deck mulligan's okay because it has a bunch of draw 4s in it. This hand's pretty good. 10 out of 10 a keep. I would like another Dark Ritual, I think. Ooh. Ooh. We know there's a Dark Ritual on top of my deck, so I'm not going to play another Ritual just yet. So this is 1, 2. So I cast Dark Ritual here. And then if I cast Infernal Tutor, yeah, so I'm going to cast Infernal Tutor. My opponent kept 7 cards. So I'm going to go ahead and cast this, grab this Cabal Ritual. And then I crack this for black. I crack this for blue. We Cabal Ritual. We Cabal Ritual. And then we evoke Legacy Staple Slithermuse here with some mana floating. And we draw 7 cards. Don't force me! Don't force me! Don't force me! Don't force me! Woo! All right. I feel like when people have never played Legacy before, these are the decks, like this deck, they think this is the entirety of Legacy, basically. Like, when you hear people talk about Legacy, you're like, I don't want to play that. That's the deck, that's the format where people just get turn one all the time. That's the format where people just get turn one all the time. And I realize that we could Tendrils them for lethal here, but Tendrilsing them for lethal right now means I have to stop drawing cards. So just give me a second. I'm working on it. Just give me a second. All right, and the most important part about any game like this is that you extend the hand and say good games afterwards. Triggers. All right, so this is really important, chat. If you're gonna play this game, sideboarding's really important. When you kill your opponent before they take a turn, when you kill the opponent before you take a turn, you're gonna take all 15 sideboard cards and you're gonna board them in, and then you're gonna take everything else in your deck and you're gonna shuffle it around, you're gonna move it back and forth. You wanna give the illusion that you're making meaningful decisions here. And then you're gonna take these same 15 cards that started in your sideboard and you're gonna board them back out again. And you're gonna click submit. Just so everybody's clear on the strategy here. This is a strategic advantage. It's very important. The alternative is to pick your deck up, pack it twice, put it down, and just stare your opponent directly in the face the entire time. Either one. You either gotta oversell it or undersell it. Just like, I don't need these cards, I'm gonna kill you again. Or, this is very important, we've got decisions to make. I hope everyone's having a good day today. My name is Jeff Hoagland. We're hanging out, playing some Legacy today. We're playing some Spanish Inquisition. Now, we finished out the league with this deck, and we've got some other sweet decks in the docket for today. After this one, we're going to play Eureka Tell, which is a Show and an Omnitel variation, which plays Eureka as the extra way to get things into play. And then we're going to play a Celiflid Breakfast Stoneblade deck, and we'll see where the rest of the day takes us after that. All right, what does this hand do? What does this hand do? That's always the question. What does your hand actually do? This hand at least does this, right? And I've got like these other things that make mana, so this hand's fine. Lion's Eye Diamond is very expensive, unfortunately. Can I beat Leyline of Sanctity? We're cold to that, right? We appear to be unable to beat Leyline of Sanctity. So just, okay, chat. I just need everyone to understand. You don't play this deck to beat things. You play this deck to see if your opponent doesn't have that thing. If you notice here, I'm not changing how we sideboarded. We're just gonna hope they don't have Leyline of Sanctity. We're just gonna hope they don't have Leyline of Sanctity. You could, okay, fine. We'll board in one, empty the Warrens. I'll board in one, empty the. And we'll cut the Slithermuse too. Sure. We'll do that. We'll pretend we have a chance. We'll pretend we have a chance. Two turns, two games. This is Legacy at its finest. This is Legacy at its finest. We're going into game 3 here. This hand's actually very good, right? Right? I'm just counting. It looks fine. Keep. This hand makes a bunch of goblins on one if they have Leyline. Aye. Oh. Let's go. Aye. Oh. Let's go. Be-de-de-de-de-do. 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 Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep. Be-de-de-de-de-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Be-do-do-do-do-do. Oh yeah, even if they don't have Leyline, we're just like putting all the chips in, right? We're gonna go cast 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just gonna go 10 goblins go here. It's like pray for no elephant grass, pray for no ghostly prison. Elephant grass is the one that gets us. A scourge, chat. Is there big, tall, scurry grass? Don't scurry grass me. Don't scurry grass me, opponent. I think the funniest part about Elephant Grass from a flavor standpoint in the current Legacy format is that it stops Merit Leech from attacking. It's just like, how tall is this grass that it stops a flying Merit Leech from attacking? Man, almost forgot to resub. Indicium, thank you very much for the 16-month resubscription. Welcome back. I appreciate the continued support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's really tall. So they were in the tank because they weren't sure if that was going to be good enough, basically, right? Do I need Bayou for mana here? I don't, right? This is 3, 4. So I'm gonna get Dryad Arbor because it attacks. I'm getting Dryad Arbor because it attacks. Dryad Arbor is the clutch 11th 1/1. Dryad Arbor is the clutch 11th 1/1. Ah! Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it! Have a heart! Have a heart! You have a Dryad Arbor of your own. Deal. We could cast Elvish Spirit Guide next turn. How long have I had a sub button for? Long while. Long while. Yeah, we're not playing this deck to play around things, chat. Attack for 11, go. After a serious weekend at Hartford, I'm sleeving up Hardened Scales tonight for Modern. God bless. No! Not the grass, chat! Woo! Woo! That was a good one! That was a good one! That was a good one! Let's go! Let's go! Be-do-do-do-do-do. 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 Doot-doot-doot. Doot doot do 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 be do 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 be do 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 beep 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 beep. Let's go. This deck is such a hoot. This deck is such a hoot. Trigger. Woo! Don't you dare mind break trap me. Stop it. You stop it right now. Keep the mind break traps to yourself, opponent. Stop it. Stop it. Concede. Yes! Victory! Huh. Hope everyone out there is having a Tuesday that at least is half as fun as what's going on here. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time TCG player and content producer here on Twitch. If you are enjoying what you see, please consider subscribing to my channel. So my subscribers are the reason I'm able to do what I do as often as I do it. You can also support my stuff by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com would love to buy and sell some Magic Online cards with you. If you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience using code Jeff12. You can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, and bags with them. Cardsphere would like to help you with some no-haggle trading between other players. You can buy and sell your Magic the Gathering cards with other players. Just a 1% fee off the top with them. And finally, this stream is made possible by viewers like Anoronix, Justin, Nivik, and you. At the very least, if you are enjoying what you see, please hit that follow button. Following the stream doesn't cost you anything, and it lets you know when I go live and with what. I always try and put the names of the decks that we're going to be playing on a given day in the stream title. I also tweet them out on my Twitter. If you can't catch us live and you see the name of a deck that looks particularly sweet, be sure to check out my YouTube channel. For instance, if you think this deck is a total hoot and you want to see more of it, we played this deck a ton in the last year. It's a lot of fun. I wrote an article about it for Gathering Magic. So youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland. There's probably close to a dozen leagues on there at this point with, varying degrees of success, but they're all a pretty good time. It's got a lot of really wacky lines to it. If you're someone that likes solving puzzles, and I play Magic to solve puzzles, this is the best puzzle deck I've ever played in Magic. All right, so this goes on here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this goes into play. And then I just need 1 more mana to do this next turn. So I'm going to keep this. This hand puts Belcher into play on 1, which is not amazing, but it's fine. Let me go ahead and exile Tendrils here. Cast Dark Ritual. Can we please make a 12-hour stream of this a donation goal? Maybe we'll have to have like a 12-hour meme stream of just like 12-hour turn 1 legacy deck. Cause I don't know if I want to play just this deck for 12 hours, but like this deck and Oops All Spells and Belcher, like those are all decks that I would be interested in playing. Those are decks that we could, between the 3 of them, we could blast off for a solid 12 hours, I think. Maybe that would be a fun thing to do. All right, so this is so opponent forced us there. For game 2, I'm gonna count on them not having it. I'm not boarding in my anti-force of will package here. We could, but I would rather just hope they don't have it for game 2. For game 3, when we're on the draw and they get more disruption like Spell Pierce and stuff, then we'll board in the Tombs, the Empties, and the Autumn Veil. When you play decks like this, people often like to ask complex questions like, how do you beat a Force of Will? This deck isn't the style of deck you play to beat things. This deck is a deck where you go, hey opponent, do you have it? Oh, you don't? Kill you. This hand, what do we do? This, into this, into this, into some more mana, so this is definitely a keep. Opponent's mulligan to 6. This is a question deck, not an answer deck. That is a great, concise way to put it. Opponent's mulligan to 5. Maybe they don't have it. They don't always have it, chat. We are playing the Inquisition role. We're currently 1-1 in this league. Opponent's mulligan to 4, so bottom's up to them not having it. So we're gonna go ahead and cast Summoner's Pact here. Get Elvish Spirit Guide. So believe it or not, I'm gonna move all in, chat. And we could brick. We could definitely brick and die here. But we're not here to think about bricking and dying. We're here to go for the gusto. So we're gonna go ahead and crack this for black. Cast this. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cast Cruel Bargain here. And I'm gonna retain priority and crack LED for triple black in response. So we're looking for another draw spell here, some rituals, stuff like that. And they had a Force of Will in their 4 cards. We're just gonna go ahead and concede and move on to the next match. And that's okay. That's okay. If you're not okay conceding to Force of Will, you just can't play this deck. And that's okay. Gosh, these cards were so good too. We would have gotten to do more stuff and things. All right, let's run it back here. Let's run it back. Yeah, very unlucky. Opponent had Force of Will 2 games in a row. Let's try and find that Goblins deck we played against earlier when we were playing Miracles. Try and find. There are people that play Legacy Leagues on Magic Online that have chosen to put the card Basic Plains and Mother of Runes in their deck. Those are the people we're looking to find. Those are the ones we want to play against, chat. Deliver to me the Basic Plains. Deliver to me the Basic Plains. I might flip the Tron switch on ya. This is a keep. This is a turn 2 hand, which is a little scary. It's a little scary, but this is a turn 2 hand. So I'm going to play Bayou and I'm going to pass. And the reason why this is a turn 2 hand is our starters here are these Culling the Weak. So this will go get Dryad Arbor, and then we'll start doing our thing. Yes, we're playing Skullwinder over the Eternal Witness because the green and Eternal Witness is prohibitive. That's exactly correct. If we draw exactly Dryad Arbor, we'll be kind of sad that I didn't play this last turn, but at the same time, I really don't want to show them my hand and let them know that they should be looking for Force of Will. No days, no force. No days, no force. No days, no force. Don't do it. Have a hard opponent. Oh man, they forced pitching Force. They must have Wasteland, right? That's really aggressive if they don't have Wasteland. So I assume we're about to get wasted here. I'm gonna concede to a Wasteland. But otherwise we'll try. We'll make him keep going here. I did see that deck list. I haven't played with it though. It's so sad that like we played Miracles and played like 3 good SI matchups in a row. And like now we've just run into like three Delver-esque decks in 4 matches. I don't think that's true, Master Jareth. We play a lot of decks that you don't need Force against. We like literally just got done playing Miracles. We literally just got done playing Miracles. And again, on the play, I'm just going to try and run them out here. They don't always have it when they mulligan, so let's just try and get them. Morrowind, like Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind? Like the game from my childhood a decade and a half ago Morrowind? You know anywhere that's selling Dice Throne at a reasonable price? I don't, D. Brian. Offhand, they have a print and play version on their website, I think. My soda pop is empty. We have a sideboard. If we win this game, you'll see why we have a sideboard. We'll board in Tomb of the Urami. And we do board in Leyline against Reanimator because they're faster than us. My poor soda pop. What sleeves do I use in paper? I use KMC non-matte hypers. They don't make them anymore. I have like half a case that's gonna run out at some point. I'm gonna be really sad, and I'll have to find a new sleeve that I don't destroy. It probably doesn't exist. This hand goes this with LED, so probably good enough. All right, who's ready to concede to a Force, chat? I'm ready to concede to a Force. Do you have a second Force? Do you have a second Force opponent? Well, we got gas back up here. Feels good. They have a soft counter here, maybe? Ooh, found a piece of candy, chat. No, I wanted to lay the Dryad... Oh, because you're saying I could have started Dark Ritualing? No, I had to lay the Dryad Arbor in order to land Grant. I had to lay the Dryad Arbor to land Grant, chat. If they don't hit pressure, we just need a little bit of mana to get this Belcher into play. Hadouken. Would I say this is my favorite meme? It's close. I think Oops All Spells is probably a little bit more powerful, so maybe I'd pick that one. Let's go on to our last match here. No, this is game 2. We lost game 1. I have 4 8th edition Birds of Paradise that the borders are altered on, so they're black bordered because they don't make English non-foil 8th edition Birds of Paradise and black bordered. And I still own 1 Court of Calling, 1 Kiki Jiki, and 1 Restoration Angel. And I have a couple of framed magic cards. I have a Glissa the Traitor that's signed by Steve Argyle, and a Spell Stutter Sprite. Just like more cards that have memories attached to them from time spent playing Paper Magic. More so than strictly valuable in the collectible sense. I think I have the Swag Tusk around here somewhere. Maybe Matt has it? No, Matt has the Swag Tusk. I gave it to Matthew, because he still has a sizable paper collection. I think I only have a small amount of Anticipates. I've signed and sold most of them. Signed and sold most of them at this point. So we got one more match with with Spanish Inquisition here, and then we're gonna queue up some Eureka Tell next. The open that I wore the owl costume to was the first individual tournament that I had played in 9 months. In the time between those 2 paper individual tournaments, I played 2 team events, but yeah, I really don't play that much Paper Magic. Playing Paper Magic is really inconvenient compared to playing Magic on Magic Online. Magic Online is super easy. It's easy to find cards. It's easier to buy and sell cards. It's easier to find opponents on demand at odd hours of the day. So, oh legacy, why with the Q times? It's probably because true name costs $80. Oh why? Please, WotC, won't you support this non-rotating format? We don't even have a fucking reserve list on Magic Online. Oh, that's my ode to why is Legacy so expensive on Magic Online. The only reasonable answer is Wizards of the Coast doesn't want us to play it. That's the only reasonable answer. The Blue-Red Fey deck? Sweet. I'm glad to hear that deck was good. The deck was a lot of fun last time we played it. What does this hand do? What does this hand do? Black. This is a non-deterministic Belcher kill. Oh, this is the Turbo Depth player we played against earlier. Dealer's choice. I have played Mono Red Stompy. I wrote an article about Mono Red Stompy for GatheringMagic.com. I spent 2 weeks playing and tuning that deck list before the team opened in Cincinnati, at which I went 3-2. Yeah, I think I went 3-2. That deck can never beat Reanimator. It's a lot of fun, though. That deck's going to get pretty significantly worse against Jace decks with the Dominaria rules change, since Chandra can't kill Jace. Is Oops your favorite deck named after a cereal? We should have a meme day, a legacy meme day. I have Cheerios. Someone said breakfast cereal. We have Cheerios that we can play in Legacy too. I forgot about this one. This one's a hootenanny as well. Deep in the Duress tank here. Deep in the Duress tank. They have another discard spell. Oh no! Oh no! That's rude, opponent. Land Nauseum after today is second in the Legacy queue. You're no fun, opponent. You're no fun. This is a bad die roll to lose, chat. For those of you that are taking notes out there, if you're gonna play turn 1 decks, I would recommend winning the die roll. Dum 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 Would I play a legacy version of 8-rack? Probably not. I'm pretty off playing like Grixis Delver is just like the eater of days when it comes to chewing up and spitting out legacy decks. So like I'm really not interested in playing a lot of legacy brews right now just because they're so terrible against Delver on average. This goes black, green, 3, play LED, play contract, crack LED. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep this. Infernal Tutor, I can bottom that, it doesn't matter, I'm gonna shuffle anyways. I've not played Leylines. So we'll grab Spirit Guide here. So opponent's auto passing because their deck doesn't have Force of Will in it. So do this, do this, do this. Cast this, retaining priority, crack this for triple black. Hopefully we hit some more draw spells to keep going here. We did hit more draw spells and we hit a Bayou. Okay, we're cooking with gas, chat. We are cooking with gas. All right, do I want Bayou or do I want Dryad Arbor? There's 4 Cullings in my deck still. I think I'd actually rather take the Dryad Arbor here. So cast this, retain priority, crack for black. Do this. Cast Goblin Charbelcher. This is a non-deterministic Belcher kill, chat. This is a non-deterministic Belcher kill. Blast you. Survey says, yay! They died. Bum ba dum ba dum ba da 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 da. Bum ba dum ba dum ba da 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 da. All right, saddle back up. Saddle back up. Hopefully we get a hand that can beat a discard spell. Seems okay against a discard spell. Not gonna make our hand better against the discard spell by mulliganing, so. Sure. The opponent's playing black-green Turbo Dips. The sideboard's there to make you feel good. Wait, what? Seriously? Huh. Okay. Yep. So this is gonna blow your mind, King of Diamonds. I don't want to spoil it for anyone else in case other people potentially don't know this. But did you know that your computer, the one that you are typing to me on right now, is capable of running more than one application at the same time? It's really wild. It's strange. It's a strange concept. I do know. I'm aware this is a strange concept, but your computer can multitask. So if you want music on in the background of my stream, you can make your computer do that. And this way, the people that don't want music on in the background of their stream, they don't have to have music. By not having music playing, I allow everyone to kind of make that decision for themselves, basically. All right, so Storm has 5 here. Unfortunately, we've drawn some bricks. Even, I'm gonna pull, this is, if you're from the 70s, this computer here, this is a computer in my hand. This can play music and Twitch streams at the same time. Unfortunately, this doesn't have threshold. So I think we just have to pass here, right? I wonder if they have like a mind break trap. That seems like a loose keep. Maybe they think we don't have a win condition other than Belcher. No, it's a real computer, I promise. Look, it's even got a pretty background and everything. Look at that. Look at how pretty it is. Look at how pretty it is. You're gonna take away. Oh, maybe they thought surgical was really good against us. So it is a little bit unfortunate they're doing that because, like, we really want to draw another draw for here, right? I'm not even gonna single out Caleb. What streamers do that have music on their stream that's copyrighted that they don't have permission to stream, they're breaking their Twitch partner agreement by doing that, and depending on where they live, they're potentially breaking copyright law and could be legally held liable for the music they're taking that they don't have permission to stream. So I agree that I could make money by doing song requests, but it would also require me to break my Twitch partner agreement to do that and possibly be held legally accountable for taking people's music that I don't have permission to stream. So no, I'm not going to take other people's content to supplement my own that I don't have permission to take. Just a hard and fast no thanks on that one. The money is for the lawyer fees. Basically, if you pull up anyone's past streams and parts of their streams are muted for copyright infringement, that means they've likely broken their Twitch partner agreement by broadcasting audio that they don't have permission to stream. Oh no, not my Cabal Ritual opponent! If you want a Hogland experience, this is the music I listen to. This is one of my workout stations when I go to the gym in the mornings. It's a lot of bad punk pop, early 2000s, late 1990s type music. You know, Paramore, that kind of stuff. No, it doesn't. They don't actually punish people, Night Stars. They're basically just covering their own ass by doing it. So that way when they do get sued eventually, they can be like, well, we told them not to. Where are you at in the punk? Those albums are great. I haven't listened to all of them, but I do actually think that album is great. Those albums are great. Woo! Gosh, it is so much better to be lucky than it is to be good, chat. Have I told you how great it is to be lucky? Did we brick and die again? No, wait, I can keep going, right? I can keep going here, so I can do this. And I can get Skyshroud Cutter here. Yes, and then I can cast Skyshroud Cutter. And then I can Cull the Weak here. And I can do this. And then I can... Are we dead? I might have died by mistake. I might have died by mistake here, chat. I think we ran out of mana. I think we ran out of mana and killed ourselves. This deck is so bad. I drew my Skullwinder when I didn't need it and we died. Oh no. Oh no. We got so lucky and then we bricked off anyways. What the hell? This is the end of a very sad league is what you've stumbled into. If we'd have hit a Dark Ritual, we'd have almost had lethal here. We need a Dark Ritual plus one other castable spell. Good games opponent. What a silly game. What a silly game, this Magic the Gathering. Alright, let's play a combo deck that's a little bit... This deck is marginally more consistent than the one we just got done playing. This deck is marginally more consistent than the one we just got done with. Let's play some Eureka Tell. Infernal Tutor for a Belcher to send a message, right?